YAWA is brought to you by CHANGECARS. CHANGECARS is SA's safest online platform. That's not an opinion, that's a fact.
You ask, we answer. That's what we do, and we do it for you. Today, joining me is my better half. I could not do it without you, Nikki. Nikki Netchefefe, great to be in studio. Episode 2?
Yes, episode 2. Looking forward to it.
Superb. The format of the show remains the same. 6 questions, 2 related to buying, 2 related to selling, and 2 related to?
General.
Awesome. Let's kick it off with buying today. We've got an incredible question from Yaku. He's got something interesting. Drives an Alfa Romeo Mito. He calls it a fun car. He's looking to go to something also fun, but different and more performance.
Okay.
What has he identified?
M240.
100%. But one proviso.
Yeah.
Kilos?
Over 100,000.
Now, we've said it before, a high mileage German car for me is a challenge, but more so when it's a high mileage German car that is high performance.
Yeah.
But think about it. A high performance BMW M240 and M3 and M5. No disrespect to the original owners. Has that car been driven hard, yes or no?
Oh, definitely. It's a performance car. It's definitely
100%.
been driven hard.
It's out of maintenance plan now. Why did the previous owner sell it? This is my question always. And then we'll answer Yaku's question, what I suggest.
Definitely because it's avoiding what's to come.
100%. He took it for its service. They said at BMW it's going to cost you 57,000 Rand to do the following because the car's out of maintenance plan.
Yeah.
He told them thank you, but no thank you. He phoned We Buy Cars. They bought the car. They selling that car. Yaku must not buy it. What does he choose?
There's a lot of cars as well in that performance aspect of things. You can move to like a Golf R, you can move to an S3. But it's the exact same thing as well. You need to know his budget at first, so that you can look at what vehicle.
So budget around 400,000, and something critically important. Yaku is in his 40s, so he's not a boy racer, and he's not an old man. I'm going to come with something so left field you're going to fall off your chair. You said a Golf R.
This Golf R is S3s to look at.
What about a BMW 6 Series, Cabriolet or convertible? Because think about that, a 640 BMW,
640, yeah.
4-seater. 2-door, the kind of person who bought that car knew how was that car looked after.
Oh, definitely drove it properly. And the engine that's in the 640, I stand to be correct, is the exact same engine that's in the M240, the B58 3-litre.
Correct. But driven very, very differently. You don't see 640s racing from robots. Come up at a robot and you see a 640 next to you and you say, nice car, bye-bye.
For his age, definitely a good recommendation there.
And if he was 10 years older like me, an excellent recommendation.
100%.
So I think what is critical, let's look at Yaku as an example. I promise you he's not unique. Somebody's got 3, 4, 500,000 Rand to spend. Their eye is caught by that RS3, that RS4, that BMW. But the key is the mileage. If it's got high mileage, we are saying again and again, don't buy it. The next question we have is from Rashid. Now, I'm smiling because he's put it very simply. He said he's got a budget of 700,000, can push it to 800,000, but he wants a car to look like it costs 2 million. That's fair enough. Pay 40% and get 100% value. He wants it to turn heads, he wants it to have performance, and he wants it to be hassle-free motoring. For me, there's only one car that comes to mind.
Yeah.
Porsche. Porsche Cayenne, Porsche Macan or Porsche Panamera. And why am I recommending the Porsche?
Because you have one.
That does play a role. Yeah. Hassle-free motoring, how do I get that? I buy it from a Porsche center. It will come with a Porsche drive plan.
Yeah.
Absolute peace of mind. But go back. He wants to spend 800,000 Rand and he wants a car to look like it costs
2 million Rand.
Wants it to turn heads. Is the Panamera, the Macan or the Cayenne not right for him?
Yeah, 100%. I think because I was actually looking at more of like an X5, but an X5 definitely won't look like the 2 million Rand like you mentioned with the Porsche. With the Porsches, it doesn't matter when the Porsche is, but because it's a Porsche, it looks like it's 2 million Rand, 3 million. Except for Macan, people could look at it and be like, okay, it's maybe like the entry level Porsche. But if you get a Panamera or a Cayenne, doesn't matter the model, people will look at it and be like, you spent over 1.5 million Rand for this vehicle, correct, even though you spent less.
Now, there's no question, I'm an SUV fan, so if you said to me at face value, in order of the 3 that I mentioned, at the bottom is a Macan. Second is a Panamera, but very close, and then the Cayenne. But your best value for money is going to be that Panamera. Unbelievable car. Go on to Change Cars. Every single Porsche that is sold on our site is offered by one of the 4 Porsche centers. Will guaranteed have Porsche drive plan. Their drive plan is the equivalent of BMW motor plan, Audi freeway plan. The service you'll get from them, you can tell them Michael recommended it. If you think of a BMW, tell them Nikki recommended it. What else? Quick one. What is 1/3 alternative there? Mercedes?
Alternative. Mercedes, yeah, on the fence of it, but it depends as well. If SUV wise, I don't think there's many, but if you look at like an E-Class and an S-Class,
yes,
then definitely.
Yes. So from an Audi perspective, if he's looking for an SUV, it has to be one of the Q models.
Yeah.
The only problem is, and I use the word problem cautiously, it's not going to turn heads.
Yeah.
It's not something that you see and you say, wow, I haven't seen one of these before. When you see a Panamera, very, very different.
Yeah, you don't see it every day.
Now that we've helped you spend your money, we're going to take a break and come back and help you get some money in. 2 questions related to selling to follow.
Beat my quote, unique to Change Cars. Through Change Cars' relationship with manufacturer-approved dealerships, Change Cars will endeavor to beat any quote received on your brand new vehicle of choice from a dealer not on the Change Cars site. Test it today by visiting Change Cars, click on Buying, and then Beat My Quote tab. Change Cars. Our name says it all.
So now this is a unique question for me because there's no right and there's no wrong answer, but there's 2 very different answers. What's the best for the dealer? What's the best for the client? 2018 Audi RS6, absolute stonking performance, 1 owner car, had it for 7 years. Sheldon is the gentleman. What's the kilos, Nikki?
Mileage, I'd like to believe in around 50,000.
Okay, very, very close. 51,000, which is absolutely superbly low for any car, let alone an RS6 Avant performance. What does he do? Does he sell it? Does he keep it? And if he sells it, what does he replace it with? For me, it's super simple.
Well, because I am thinking like a petrolhead, he should not sell it. But if he wants to sell it, my number, my name, ask Michael, he'll give you all the details, sell it to me. But if you're not selling it to me, don't sell it.
Literally you and every other private individual and every motor dealer. Now, we looked at the last question before the break.
Yeah.
Rashid said something that will turn heads, that will cost 700,000-800,000 rand. This RS6, I reckon, is worth what, roughly $1 million?
Above $1 million.
Above $1 million. But does that car look like a car that costs 2 million rand?
It definitely does look like a car that costs 2 million rand because there's not a lot of RS6 Avants in the country already. So why I say he shouldn't sell it is because that car is going to keep going up in value. That car won't go under $1 million. That I can bet my life on.
That is almost a current collector's item and a guaranteed future collector item, especially with those kilos. So Sheldon, you asked if you sell it, what should you replace it with? You're not selling it. What I would recommend there is approach your local Audi dealer and extend the freeway plan. You can extend it for 10 years. So you've got 3 more years till 2028. You don't need to extend the mileage because it came with 100,000 standard. You only extend the time. What do you think it will cost as a matter of interest to extend 3 years on the Audi freeway plan?
80.
With 80? Under 30,000 rand.
Really?
Remember, you're only extending the time.
Oh, okay.
But he's not going to use the additional mileage. Unbelievable car. And again, as much as he said if you want to sell it, he'll take it. The host comes first in this show.
But let's just say he wanted to sell the vehicle. What options would you recommend for him?
Well, that's where the challenge comes in. So yes, when you sell it, I get myself $1 million rand. I'm happy to spend 500,000 rand more. I put in 1.5 million rand into a car. In my opinion, how do you go forward from the stonking performance of that car, the drop-dead gorgeous looks, the Audi quality? I'm honest, this one has got me stumped. I wouldn't know how to improve upon that. What are you thinking?
100%. You can't improve on that because he sold the car for $1 million. He can spend another 500,000. That's 1.5. For 1.5 million rand, brand new vehicles, the cars you can get is an BMW M2, which is nothing compared to an RS6.
Going backwards.
An A45, you're going backwards. An RS3, you're going backwards. If you're looking at a new version RS6, you need to add another $1 million on top of that. An E63, you need to add 2 million on top of that. An M5, add another 2 million on top of the already 1.5 that you have. So you're already looking at, for you to be progressing, you need to add a lot more money. So for me, honestly, that's why I'm saying keep it.
So what is absolutely key, and I always say, any example that we share with you, there are other people with the same type of scenario.
Yes.
If you've got a low mileage older car, don't worry about that car because of the age.
Yeah.
It's only the mileage. if you can, extend the maintenance or freeway or motor plan, but keep that car. You know it from new. I always say a car doesn't go from 0 to 0 overnight. In my opinion, you've got the best of the best there. Would love to buy it one day, but not now.
Looking at buying a brand new car? Visit changecars.co.za and click on the Beat My Quote tab, because we will beat your quote.
So today's definitely the day for low mileage used cars.
Okay.
2021 Nissan Navara Pro X, 4x4, top of the range. Sizwe is the owner. He financed it over 48 months. The 48 months ended in January. Fully paid up, 46,000 kilos. Sizwe, does he sell or does he keep it?
There's no need to sell. Honestly, for me, there's no need to sell because the car's paid off. So there's no need for you to get into another debt. The car's low mileage. It's not giving you problems. If it was giving you problems...
Different story,
100%. Sell it, get something else like your Ford Ranger. I know that you wouldn't say that.
Correct.
But honestly, because the car is still good, it's the top of the range Navara, keep it. There's no need to sell.
So for me, you've always got to take two things into consideration. When I sell it, I'm selling it for a reason.
Yeah.
That reason is I want to go forward. In this particular case, from a longevity point of view, you're not going to have problems with that Nissan.
Yeah.
From a looks point of view, how
Also,
do you go forward from the Navara? You're going to get roughly 450, 500,000 rand. Are you going to go forward by buying a P Series?
no.
Are you going to go forward by buying a Ranger? Don't even let him answer.
Yes.
Are you going to go forward by buying a Hilux? I think you're going to use your Uber account if you buy a Hilux from Navara.
A lot more. You're going to use your Uber account a lot more. Honestly, you can't go forward from the Navara. Looks-wise, the Navara looks amazing. And
It is the standout, good-looking double cab, no question. And all double cabs, funny enough today, do look very, very good.
Yeah.
But ask anybody who's neutral, purely looks, and they will go with that Navara.
that's 100%. So for him, there's no need to sell it. Because like you said, if he does sell that Navara, he has 500,000 rand. And for him to match what he was driving, like the Navara,
Yes.
he needs to spend another 500,000 rand. Because bikes nowadays,
Million rand plus.
that compete with something like that, it's $1 million. So honestly, no need for you to get into debt just to stay up to date with the times when your Navara is good looking enough.
So something that's very pertinent and very important to me, when we give advice, the advice is always what is best for you.
Yeah.
If you took that vehicle that everybody wants
Yeah.
to any dealer of your choice, would they recommend that you keep it or that you sell it? What would you imagine?
To sell it.
To
Because
sell
they
it.
want the car.
100%. It's all about your gut feel. The vehicle's not giving me trouble. It's fully paid up. It still looks good. Can I improve upon it? Absolutely you can't. 2 for 2, keep it. Next week we'll try to tell somebody to sell their car.
Yeah, let's go for that next week.
So now that we've helped people spend their money, we haven't made any money, but we
Yeah.
saved the two gentlemen some money. After the break, we're going to answer 2 very interesting questions, and you'll like what they are.
Everyone wants your car, but no one wants it more than Change Cars. We're looking to buy low mileage, for the year well-loved babies. Log on to changecars.co.za, click the selling tab, and put the most trusted online platform in South Africa to the test. Change Cars, our name says it all.
Johan is based in Limpopo province, the town of Phalaborwa to be exact, and he's got a unique question. When I say unique, because it's not something that gets asked every day.
Yeah.
2006 Toyota Hilux, nothing to do with the 2006 Toyota Hilux. He wants to know, should he fit a bull bar? Now the question, why he wants to know should he, is he's worried about a bull bar and the airbag activation in the event of an accident. What do you know about bull bars being fitted? So I must add, it's a tubular bull bar,
Okay.
not the rubber one that's built into the bumper with
bumper.
sensors. In your opinion, fitting a bull bar, advantageous or not?
Advantageous. Definitely
Okay,
advantageous.
interesting.
Because it protects you if you do hit anything, in terms of protects the car, if I should say,
Right.
for any damage. I'm not sure with regards to airbag sensors.
Well, that's where the concern comes in. So for me, at face value, there's no question. A bull bar, whether you're parking, bumper bashing,
Yeah.
hitting an animal. But when I read on the internet, it says a bull bar will affect the airbag deployment or
Yeah.
can potentially affect that. Now, the question is, in the event of an accident, please God, it doesn't happen. At 90 kilometers an hour, is a bull bar or the airbag's going to do more good for you?
more good. But
You think the bull bar?
definitely the bull bar. Depending on what you're hitting. If you're hitting a kudu, definitely the bull bar would save the car.
A male
lot
could do
more.
180 kilos named cajole.
With the bull bar on the car, definitely a lot more protection to you without a bull
Okay.
bar.
So interesting. Now, one of the things that we welcome, I always say, 2 + 2 is 4. What's the best color for a car? What's better,
Yeah.
petrol or diesel? That's an opinion. So in this particular case, me and you are seeing it differently.
Okay.
You say your Hun fit it.
Yeah.
I'm saying your Hun don't fit it. We'd love you to share your comments, your experience. And when I say your experience, maybe you've had the unfortunate incident of hitting an animal.
Yeah.
Did the bull bar help you? Did the fact that you didn't have a bull bar
Help
make
you?
it worse? We'd love to hear.
We're open to.
Absolutely, we're
Yeah.
open to learning, more so than me. I think I'm right on this one. Now, to end the show,
Yeah.
we always talk about warranties. We've got a question from Shelley. She's got a 2020 Nissan Qashqai, low mileage, under 70,000 kilos, vehicles out of the factory warranty. And I'm
Okay.
surprised on that because I thought the Nissan came with a 5-year 150.
Yeah, it was a 2020 car. It was
Okay,
brand
that
new.
makes sense. So if she
Makes
bought
sense.
it in January
Maybe January,
2020,
maybe it's just-
makes sense.
Yeah.
Her simple question is, what warranty company do we know that we can recommend?
Honestly, none.
And what is so interesting now, we're never going to air a question purposely not knowing the answer.
Yeah.
In my opinion, if you're looking to take an extended warranty, your absolute first prize is go to the OEM, Nissan, Toyota, Mazda,
Yeah.
Audi, whatever the case may be. Can you extend that warranty? If they can, Shelley, I would say approach Nissan, the dealership where you bought the car, and tell them it's just come out of its 5-year warranty, you'd like to extend it. If you had to say aftermarket, anybody that comes to mind?
Aftermarket, definitely. No one for me, because I've never had to deal in that regard of aftermarket. Because I don't want to air a company and then they go the direct, they go the route and then they don't
Correct.
get the service they expect.
If we recommend a company, it's because of the experience we've had,
Yeah.
what we've seen, the feedback. So maybe this is a good time to shout out to a warranty company who's looking to be stand out in this industry. Reach out to us. We'd love to endorse your product proudly. One condition, that you are looking after the customer.
100%.
If you're looking to have your question answered, and please remember, we can't answer every question on the show, send it to YAWA, YAWA @changecars.co.za. The expert and myself will answer. Nikki, always amazing to be in studio with you.
Thank
Until
you.
next time.
Definitely. Until next time.
For South Africa's best motoring content, catch All Things Motoring on DSTV channel 189 and on YouTube. New episodes every week.